Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am filming a voiceover and I am in my new apartment in Philadelphia. I'm very excited. It is definitely still a mess and a work in progress, but we're getting there. Hopefully tonight things will be a little bit more clean and organized. But yeah, hi. You guys just watched me use my little paper ink printer to print out this little June lettering thing. I did add to this page after the fact, but yeah, I was just going for like a scrapbooky kind of feel for this monthly, and then as you see as we get into the trackers, there's just, it's like very like, I don't know, both like simple and decorated all at once. If that makes any sense whatsoever. I know that it probably doesn't. But yeah, so I am still in my parents' house when I'm filming this, which is why the white, what do you call that? Clipboard? It's a clipboard. That's why the white clipboard is there. But I'm so excited to be able to film in hopefully natural light. I've been trying to figure out my desk situation especially, but I do think I'll be able to film in natural light if I just shift my computer over a little bit more from where it is now. I'm going to play with that a little bit later once I finish my homework. But just so you guys have a little bit of a frame of reference, the scrapbook papers, the flowery kind of ones, came from the Planner Society boxes that I used to get. And the like music notes and words in like from the books, from like book pages, they came from an Etsy seller actually. If you look up junk journaling on Etsy, there are people who will sell you paper, like miscellaneous paper, for like journaling and stuff. So you can tear them up, put them in your journal, make a junk journal with them is also fun. I've never made a junk journal, but I've seen other people do it and they always come out so cool. So you could definitely do that. And they're usually pretty cheap. I think I got like, I don't know, maybe like 50 plus full-size sheets of paper for like $7 or something like that. And I use an A5 journal, so I tore them all like in half into different pieces and everything. So it's definitely been going a long way. They just live in a little box on the shelf in my apartment now. But yeah, I really liked buying those. And I will definitely buy from that seller again, I think, but just in general, kind of using Etsy in that way. So for this opening spread, I did make a calendar. I should actually pull out my bullet journal because I never remember what I actually did. But I did make this like grid calendar, and it just has the numbers of the days and where they belong in there. Yeah, there's no like I'm not going to write any events or anything on this little calendar. It's just supposed to be a frame of reference. But really quick, I want to mention that I did end up throwing away all of my Arteza markers in the process of this move, which makes me so sad. But when I was pulling them out to pack them up to move, one of the markers had leaked all over everything again. And I think I mentioned this when I first got them, but when I opened the tin when I first got them, a couple of the markers leaked. I thought that I could like kind of tell which ones they were based on like the color of the ink that was all over everything and like which ones were like the worst affected. And I thought that I'd gotten rid of that issue, but I guess I haven't. So I ended up tossing them all. I don't think that I would try them again. I don't think I would pay for them with my own money again, but just a thought with all of that. And of course now we're moving into the next spread. If you don't know me, I don't like monthly spreads where you like put tasks in and everything. I don't use them, so I don't usually do one. I do like having those little calendars in there though, because in case I change my mind. And I might decide in a couple weeks that I really do want to use that and put like little events on it or reminders or stuff. or something. Sometimes I've used like really, really thin washi tape to mark out like, this is when I'm dog sitting for my parents, or this is, I don't know, like finals week, like stuff like that. So I might go in and do that, but we shall see. But I decided for June that I wanted to track a lot more and be consistent with it. And I'm determined to make June the month that I actually fill out an entire page for trackers. I am hopeful-ish. We will see. But I have my habit tracker on one page with habits, and the line that's separating them is separating a section to do a mood tracker as well, which I think would be interesting to see. I'm trying to think. I had like a bunch of habits and I was gonna separate them with colors, kind of like I had done in the last monthly plan with me, but I ended up not liking having to commit to those colors, so I'm just gonna do it in black probably, or like a gray color just for the entire month, just to keep it consistent and simple. But I didn't like having to keep those 3 colors out of the running, like in a separate bin for the entire month. I didn't like having to commit to that, so that wasn't fun. Let me grab my bullet journal. Sorry if you can hear the creaking of my chair. She likes to creak. Let me just grab it. Sorry, I have to reach over and grab my utility cart and get off of my utility cart. I probably need a better spot for this, but it's fine. We're moving things around. It's going well. So let me just read you guys my habits, which are, I did end up going in and decorating that first spread. Underneath on the bottom, I ended up putting like a gray strip, or not gray at all, it's brown. A brown piece of craft paper and a Maya Angelou quote, and then I just lettered June again in my own handwriting, just because I thought it felt a little bit too empty. So that is that. And then my habits are to wake up by 7, to work out, do my AM skincare routine, take my meds, use my bullet journal, Bible study to regular study, film or edit, because I film and edit almost every single day, film or edit every single day of the week, with the exception of, I want to say it's Sundays, but I honestly don't even know my own schedule, even though I spent hours making it. To use the Forest app, which is that like, not phone locking, but it's like that one where you, like the Pomodoro app that people use, where you set a timer for however long and then you like can't use your phone, but the reward of it is that you grow a tree. So I want to use that because I paid for it. And yeah, so there's that one. To practice self-care, to post or interact on Instagram, to get creative, to take care of my plants, to do my PM skincare, do some yoga, drink some tea, and be in bed by 11 p.m. And then my mood thing is on a scale of 1 to 8-ish. And then on the other page that you guys are watching me create right now, I'm tracking my sleep and my screen time. I do have an app that like very strictly tracks sleep, and it tracks like sleep debt and deep sleep and all this different stuff. But I think it's too overwhelming, at least right now, to like put all of that into a spread. So sleep is just going to be total hours, and then screen time. If you have an iPhone or an iPad or a Mac or something, you have something that's called screen time. So if you go into your settings and you go down, it's like the 9th thing down, it's in the second section of things. It's called screen time. And you can see your activity. So what I'm going to base this off of is my activity for just my iPhone, if I can remember how to do that. Yeah, so you can click on devices and say just one device. And I'm going to do it based on just my iPhone, just because I use my computer all the freaking time. So like yesterday, May 29th, I had 7 hours and 12 minutes on just my phone, but if I go to all devices, it's a lot worse. It's like 10 hours and 50 minutes. So I'm just going to be tracking my phone for that one. And I'll just put in the total hours for that. So moving on, because we moved on without, we are doing the last spread of this plan with me, which is a meal calendar. I lettered it kind of weird because I split up the C-A-L and calendar with the rest of the word, but I think it looks cute. I don't care. I made it orange and yellow, which are colors that I never choose. Just branching out with this plan with me for some reason, but it really does look cute. And after the fact, I did put in BLD for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and the rest of this I do think you guys get to see me make on camera. That color is orange. It looks like black on camera. I think it's just because the video that I'm watching isn't quite rendered. But anyways, I decided to put together a meal calendar just because this is the first month that I will be, for the most part, vegan for the entire month. I'm very excited about that, kind of nervous to start trying that, but I'm excited. It'll be good. But yeah, I decided it'd be kind of fun to track like different recipes and like what I've had for each meal, and writing a list of like new things to try. Like, I don't know if I put this in when I was filming, but one thing that I really want to try is something called liquid smoke, which is the thing that a lot of vegan people use. The one recipe that I saw was making bacon out of carrots, which sounds kind of interesting, but I guess it's supposed to give like that smoky kind of flavor to your food. And then at the bottom of the page, I thought that I would write down some of my pantry faves, just off the top of my head. I love oatmeal, I love nuts, I love pistachios especially, but I'll eat like almonds. I love dried fruit, especially dried mangoes and apples. What else? I'm trying to think. I don't even know. I have no idea. But I thought that it'd be kind of fun to like, oh, I've had this thing like a bunch of times, I'll write it in my pantry faves, and I'll know for the next month or when I need to go grocery shopping, hey, I really, really like this, let me grab it and pick it up for myself. But yeah, that's about it for this spread. But in the future, I just want to say I'm still planning on uploading 3 videos a week. Plan With Me videos will be going up on Sundays. Tuesdays will be vlogs, and Thursdays will be art/study videos is what I title them, but they're just kind of like other videos that aren't Plan With Me's or vlogs. So yeah, I've planned out my content for June, so it's a very exciting month ahead, and yes, I promise you will get to see my apartment very, very soon. But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Keep on listening to the music till the end, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Used to wish that I could disappear. I'd search for the answers in the sky. I just hope that when I finally hear you're doing alright, don't have to lie. I keep